Thomas Edison had a unique process that he called midnight lunch. Occasionally, Edison would come back to the laboratory after hours around 7 o'clock and check on his experiments. Some of the work he was doing was running for hours and hours at a time. So he would check on his own projects, and then he would talk to the people who were also staying late at the laboratory, generally some 8, 9, or 10 people. And he would have them explain to each other the experiments they were working on. So these individuals would share their work with each other, they would exchange notebooks with each other, and get more of the context of what was going on. So they had a chance to talk casually about these experiments for about 2 hours, exchange some insights with each other, and then Edison would order in food for everyone around 9 o'clock. Then around 10 o'clock, they'd roll up their sleeves once again, go back, share their thinking, identify what patterns they were seeing in the work that each other was doing, and stay working until midnight. So this notion of midnight lunch became very popular and very powerful as a way of transforming employees into colleagues. A lot of times what they were seeing were patterns. They were connecting facts and insights from one area of endeavor with their own work. So this was a great way of expanding the frame of thinking that each employee had and giving them insights into other work in the laboratory that was pushing boundaries. I think part of what manufacturers can do today to encourage this same kind of collegiality that midnight lunch was creating is to have some of their own employee rituals, if you will. Set up some time or even some workspace where people can gather and do this type of thing informally. The key is to do it for multiple hours at a time. You want to do it for 2 hours or 3 hours so people can really relax, get into the flow of the conversation, talk more deeply about a subject than they'd have an opportunity to do in 30 minutes or an hour. Be sure to mix social time with work time so that you have this back and forth exchange between those two aspects of what defines us as individuals, the things that we're passionate about. This is part of what comes out in a midnight lunch or an employee ritual like it that's very different from the other parts of our day. One of my clients actually has created a midnight lunch lab. And the Midnight Lunch Lab is roughly a 15 by 15 space at the heart of a prototyping center that they have developed in one of their manufacturing facilities. So in the Midnight Lunch Lab, they have dialogue, they have conversation, they ask questions and create insights, and then move out into the actual prototyping activity using one of many different machines that they have in 4 other rooms, which are branched off of the Midnight Lunch Lab itself. Very exciting way for the engineer in the manufacturing operation to look at parts, to design new activity, to work together with other engineers and create something extraordinary.